Milo, if Christianity is what's going to save us from these mass shootings, since, you know, you said that we've turned away from Christianity and that's why the bad things in the news are happening, why do we have so many Christian mass shooters?
Who are the Christian mass shooters? Who? Name one.
The University of Texas shooting, it was a Catholic.
Okay, so...
We didn't think you'd actually have an example.
I have a list.
Neither did I, because the two problems with this, okay? We live in a Christian country and in a Christian tradition, so everybody kind of like casually calls themselves something, regardless of how committed they were. And I think I heard somebody say, where did he go to Mass? And I think what he was getting at was this somebody who goes and listens to the gospel in church every Sunday? Pretty sure it wasn't. You know, everybody kind of like loosely calls themselves Christians in Christian countries, at least until very recently. But aren't there more obvious common denominators between all these shooters than religion? For instance, antidepressant drugs. For instance, ready access to firearms. For instance, maybe even you might say their race and their gender. There's stuff that's like much more of them have in common. Way before you get to Christianity, no? Like 7 things they have in common, more than they have Christianity in common, don't you think?
The demographics follow the demographics of the United States. So I don't think there's a common denominator.
So what?
I don't think there's a common denominator between race, gender, whatever.
No, I say the demographics have nothing to do with whether someone's on prescription drugs or not.
What? How many mass shooters were on prescription drugs?
Literally all of them.
No.
Aside from, yeah. I mean,
No.
you can't name one that wasn't on something. I mean, I don't have the list with me. I can certainly pull it up if you want. Every mass shooter has been on something.
That is false.
Dylan-
Also, I think
Dylan
it's
Roof was
disgusting
on
that
it.
you came here to our state talking about our children that died in a mass shooting as a political point. That is absolutely violent.
I live here. I live here, and I go to church here. Excuse
Okay.
me, ma'am. So pipe down, because I, as a resident of, as I have just as much.
Hey, I think you need to pipe.
Excuse me, I have just as.
Pipe down.
As somebody who lives here, I have just as much standing as you do to talk about the dangers in churches and schools, because I go to church every Sunday. Do you? Because if you don't, I'm at more risk than you are.
No, you aren't.
No, you aren't. What
You are not.
Why am I not at more risk than you are? Can I have an argument instead of petulance? No, I can't. You're leaving. Okay, very good.
Where was the petulance?
Oh, that was indicated by my sarcastic imitation. No, you aren't. That's
I'm
petulance.
talking.
Then please, where do you go to church, Mom?
I don't go to church.
No, you don't. So if the shootings have happened like quite a lot in churches and synagogues lately, right? Whether it's a right-winger, a left-winger, they're black, they're white, whether they're targeting Christians, they're targeting Jews. Seems to happen quite a lot in places of religious worship lately. Do you go to synagogue or temple?
No, but
Do you go to a mosque?
Do you go to school?
Do you
because
go
it
to-
happens at schools a lot.
Yeah, I'm in one now, but you evidently didn't go here.
I do. I
Wait, are
grew
we in a
up in
school or are we in a
Tennessee.
convention center right now?
I don't know where we are.
Thank you.
I thought we were at a
The
university.
answer to your question is go to Wikipedia.
Did they
look
not
up
let
no
us on
true
the university?
Scotsman, okay? All the Christian shooters that were mass shooters weren't real Christians, okay? Apparently that's the answer.
Well, I think if you look at the manifestos, you can see what motivates them, and in many cases it is racially motivated. There's no point denying it, but I don't recall anybody drawing on early church fathers to justify their massacre of children. Not
Would
for
you
a
say,
whi-
would
not
you
for a
say
while
that there is
anyway.
an ethnic bend to Christian nationalism?
Yes.
Okay, so then,
And I think
then
it's-
who's to say that a mass shooter that cites ethnicity for an inspiring factor for why there's a mass shooter, like why would you not say that Christian nationalism might play a role into that?
I think it's a pity that there does seem to be a sort of racial inflection to Christian nationalism. It's not a dimension of it that I share or care too much about. In my previous life, obviously, I loved and married and settled down with somebody who was not of my own race. And if the people that you choose to hang out with when you don't have to don't establish your racial attitudes, I don't know what would to anyone's satisfaction. So I don't know. I don't love the fact that most of these Christian nationalists seem to be young white guys, but by the same token, I've seen black conservatives, and I think we'll stick with what we have for now. Certainly, I do think it's a responsibility of older and better educated Christians and these guys, confessor priests, to remind them that there's no skin color.
I'm just curious, for
in
you
heaven.
personally, if you could choose between 10 million Mexican Catholics coming into this country or 10 million atheist Norwegians,
Well, I'm very racist against Spanish people, so you put me in a bit of a bind. I like blacks, I like whites, I like Asians. I don't love Spaniards, so you put me in a bit of a bind. But I would have to come down on the side of Christians no matter where they're from.
Well, that's good. Okay.